open in there. It's not plugged up. Now, I know a lot of you're watching us tear down this motor, but we are keeping things organized. The rod cap is matched to the rod. These are called these are split rods. I'll show you what they mean by that. They actually fracture these caps, and you'll see the grain structure. So, Hammy, get this piston out. And so you see this. You see this actually looks like, you know, it's just kind of look at it there. It doesn't look all smooth. That's because it's not. It's actually the grains, and they fracture this cap. I've never actually seen it done except on the internet, but they actually take a press when this thing is still hot, and they just whack this thing and poof, it busts it off. But you can see how it makes it and it makes for a much more stronger rod because it doesn't shift like that. But that's a fractured rod is what we call that. Pretty good way to. It's turned out to be a smart way to do things. Okay, let's yank this. Let's get this crank out of here. I want to stress that you don't have any of that. I've talked about it where you'll see like, okay, it's hitting here, it's hitting there, it's hitting there, it's hitting there. When I say hitting, you can actually see a different wear pattern on that bearing, where on the L86 you're not seeing that. I just wanted to point that out. I haven't found anything wrong on this motor yet, except the L86 is known for high oil consumption. Perhaps the customer complained that it was consuming oil, and they warrantied it but the consuming oil is those oil rings being dirty like that. It's you know, it'll eventually wear out the cylinder wall, and then you won't have the right finish on the cylinder wall. And again, the cylinder wall finish is not smooth. People think it's smooth. No, the cylinder wall is the farthest thing from being smooth. It's got peaks and valleys. The peaks you want to turn into a plateau, but you got to have the right amount of valley to retain molecules of oil. Keep going. I would think from not having any history on this motor, that's what we had here. It was a motor that they warranted for oil consumption. It might have been lifter tick. We'll never know, but we didn't find like a lifter coming apart. But it could have been, because that's the other inherent, you know. This motor's great. I mean, I'm not in any way bashing an L86. This is a great motor. You can build a lot of horsepower with this motor, and it's a strong engine. That's why you can build a horsepower with it. But the lifter deactivation is a real problem, and so most of the time, 90% of the time, when we build this motor for a customer, we eliminate that lifter deactivation. But you look, all the mains, you know, this little line here, that's maybe a piece of dirt that went through there, but this motor looks good. Let's take a quick look at the cylinder walls. Just roll it over here. Get